Welcome to Hollywood Recaps, a channel where we review all of your favorite movies. Missing tycoon, poor girl. The fact that she wasn't permitted inside surprised Dad. She was holding a letter that her mother had written to her father as she stood in this home one evening. The president was oblivious when he once more noticed Moon standing tall in the yard. "Am I the president's daughter, if I may ask?" He didn't turn around and leave on accident, something I hadn't anticipated. He was quickly pursued by Moon High. Angry. Said to be on hold all night. The director doesn't want to work with Mom, but at least you read this letter. This makes the name courteous. Tears are suppressed by her. Give him a letter. Am I the president's daughter, may I ask? I am also uncertain. Then he drove Mooney to the medical center. She was by alone in the hallway as she waited for the test results. Everyone has made fun of him for being a fatherless child since she was a youngster. Moon High is constantly curious about his character. He was discouraged by his father's method, nevertheless. Only out of a desire to impress everyone, Moon High consents to take the test. Mother, there is not a phony. The wife of the tycoon was impatiently awaiting the findings. Despite the fact that Moon High is her husband's biological child, it is very significant to him. She didn't want this girl to come into the house under any circumstances. That evening, she awaited the examination findings. Husband, her, and son. She then blared fiercely at her husband. He hadn't anticipated that his husband would want to pick up cash at the house. No matter how many women he had outside, according to his wife. In addition, he despises dying. She told Mooney to contact his mother as she stomped back to the hospital in rage. Just want to remain silent about how much money it requires. Even if Aunt believes what? I'm also not a dog. You still dare to act so haughtily? Not at all, Dad. Additionally, she had no idea if he would accept a father like this. Able to live more than enough sick mothers. Don't worry about the inconvenience of visiting the hospital either. Okay, ask your mother how much cash you require. Don't make fun of my mother. I'm here thanks to my mother. You don't want to request more food. I must be obedient in front of others because I am not a small dog. Moon Mother will never again appear in front of this person, and she is really angry. Continue straight after that. She no longer desires to locate a father. Desire to return to the village with the mother, but they do so because they desire happy children. Mother has now departed the community. Poor girl just got. Rich dad thought she would live blissfully, but the stepmother evicted her. A person who didn't attend college, like Shim, could only return to his village to work at a gas station. Try inquiring about Mom. In an instant, she hoped he could meet her mother. It had been 1 year. The 7-month pregnant Mahai lives with her boyfriend. But as her stomach grows, the girlfriend starts to feel guilty, afraid, and obsessively talk about having children. Has a lot of work to do still, he claims. Refuse to let kids restrict you. The past and present are distinct. Please excuse me, but do you want a baseball team? He declared that he wished to have many more children every day. I'm overjoyed. We'll be content even if you only have one blanket at home. Mooney comforts her boyfriend by holding his hand. Don't worry about becoming a first-time parent, and make a commitment that they will get married in front of the mother if you find her. The mother will then assist with kid care so that the boyfriend won't feel under strain. Silently departs before departing. Likewise, collect Mooney's rent payments. She went alone to look for mother because she had no other option. Thankfully, God still cares for him. She eventually heard from the mother of a gas station. It comes out that Mom moved to a remote island a year ago. She soon started looking there. I finally got to see my mom after a year had passed. Mother. Mother. The mother. What brought you here? Mother. Love you. They are unaware that mother believes Mooney lives with his father. So please send the kid a towel. Didn't anticipate my stepmother knowing. The location of the island is also disclosed by the packet. She doesn't want to complicate things between herself and Mooney. Hence chose to search there. Mother and daughter have just come inside. Mother, who recently learned that her daughter is expecting, notices a large child's belly. At this point, the mother has just learned that her daughter is pregnant by looking at the child's stomach. Mooney didn't mention her, all he did was smile and make a male or female guess. She says, "Mooney, you're happy now because I don't want my mom to worry. Boyfriend assured me that he would. We'll plan a lavish nuptial." Learning from kids that mothers can also be composed. Then declare her to be cured of the illness so you can assist in caring for the children. Later, mom requests that money be sent back to dad. But dad is unconcerned. She didn't want that person to be her parent. That man should not have children. Mom wants to make the kid smile. There was a noise outside all of a sudden. She was shocked to hear his stepmother Mooney telling the children inside to stay inside and that she was now his husband's wife. She threatened to reveal the truth if they dared to come out and didn't want this individual to know that her child was expecting. Seeing my mom, I'm going to murder myself. She was the only one who could agree with that Moon High. The man questioned the purpose of the cheap watch. Do you wish to engage him in combat? Declaring am? I started to explain. But this woman was unreceptive. Keep calling him names. Hannah's every word was like a knife stabbing out to get money. Still living is the first wife. Dare you rile up the president? Puncture the chest of the other person. You don't feel embarrassed when you claim that the president already has a fiancé and that she doesn't want to upset them. Hannah therefore heard Dan explain that this kind of lady is like this merely to pursue that love. It shouldn't be referred to as Moon High wanting out but afraid that mom will commit suicide, saying I said that in the past 20 years she has never asked the president for money. Not a single cup of rice was ever consumed in that home. The kid is not in error. She merely wished for his son to be aware of his father. No question. Miss, how dare you? Hannah asks, a lot of times before answering. She was unwilling to see her mother or Moon High once more. Unexpectedly taking the money and running after it after saying I. She says, kneel in front of Madam. Mooney is a wise man. If Madam says, I beg you, I do not want children to be children, it will be acceptable. Excluding marriage. But notice this woman who is sobbing. Hannah remarks, noisy, and considers, still no money. Never anticipated hearing am I to return all the money? Dan predicted that Moon High would come inside. Then, query Hannah as to why biological children cannot meet the father. When asked if there could possibly be a happy ending, the respondent said, Mooney will slip into a state like him? Words that pierced the Singi's heart like a knife. She is obviously a victim, just like any woman. Why is she so vicious? Why does this child get to live a happy life, but my son cannot? Moon High went to walk outside and check for her after realizing that mom wasn't home yet. She looked at the shoes and ran towards the mountain as the me frantically ascended it. Please subscribe for more of your favorites movies recaps. Thanks for watching.